So we're all set, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have 3 rounds for our top 8 finalists. We're going to start with the quiz round. Paucity of time, we're going to have 1 round of quizzing with 8 questions. Right, I'm prepared, my team is prepared for 2, but we're going to restrict that to 1. And every question carries 10 points on a direct and 10 points on a pass. Now remember, the purpose of this quiz is not to declare a winner, but you're going to get scores from this quiz, which then gets added on to your talent round, and then to your question round from judges, basis which we're going to decide the top 2 out of the 8 over here. Are you ready for this? So ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I'm starting off with the quiz. The questions will appear on stage. We have 8 questions. Like I mentioned, I'm going to start from Sanjana and move on to Parth. Right? So that's going to be the order in which we will have the questions, plus 10 on a direct and plus 10 on a pass. So let's begin. Audience, are you ready? Yes. Okay, I have a small request for all of you. In case there is a question up on screen and you know the answer, you will keep your mouth. You will keep your mouth? Shut. You know it better than me, so please do it better than me. Thank you very much. So our first question coming up on screen for Sanjana from Mumbai. This statue is the tallest bronze statue of the founder of a city. It's the founder of a city, and this was recently inaugurated. Which city? Yes, Sanjana, you got a mic. Name the city, if you know the name of the personality as well. Yes, go ahead.
He used to rule the kingdom of Vijayanagar.
Okay.
And his name is Krishnadev Raya.
Okay, and which city is this statue in?
I think Hampi.
You think it's Hampi?
Yeah.
Very interesting guess, but I'm going to pass you to Sana Fatima. Sana, you have any idea of that? I'll pass you to Vaishnavi. No? Arisha?
It's the statue of Shivaji Maharaj, and it was in the state Maharashtra. But I didn't remember the city name. But the statue is of Shivaji Maharaj, and it's in Maharashtra.
I'm afraid I'll have to pass you. That's not the Chhatrapati statue. Moving on to Vedanshi.
I'm not sure. Is it in Bangalore?
The rule of the game is that I ask you which city the statue is in, and I will give you 10 points for that. That is Bengaluru, and that is Kempe Gowda, the founder of this city, one of the erstwhile Palagaras of the 16th century, Kempe Gowda. And if you happen to be at the Bangalore airport, this is one of the tallest bronze statues of the country. So that's Kempe Gowda giving this little one from Lucknow 10 points. Well done, Vedanshi. Our second question goes to Sana Fatima directly. Here's your question, Sana. Which car made headlines in the year 2009 when it was launched as the cheapest car in the Indian market? Now, it's a car that made headlines all over the world for being one of the cheapest cars in the world. Which car was it? Sana Fatima. If you're not sure, do you have any guesses? Sorry? Not really. What about you? Contestant number 3.
Is it Tesla?
I'm the quiz master. I ask questions. Is a question. Tesla being the cheapest car in the world? Moving on to Arisha.
Maruti Suzuki?
Maruti Suzuki, launched in 1983-84, much earlier than that. What about you, Vedanshi? You don't know? You don't want to guess? Sandy?
Honda.
That's over 100-year-old. a company, but none of their brands are that cheap.
I'm not sure, like Nano?
She's right, it's the Tata Nano. Audience, you need to remember they are in grade 5, 6 and 7 and Tata Nano calculated guess was it? Was it a guess that you made?
No, actually, I remember my father saying it. He's an engineer, so he does this.
See, sometimes you need to listen to your parents. You God knows when it will be useful to you. 10 points to you, Zena. And our next question comes to you, Vaishnavi, directly. A very famous brand always puts out animations of what's happening currently in the world. Recently, they had put this up as billboards across the country and in various other media. There are 2 footballers there. You need to identify them, Vaishnavi.
This blue one is Ronaldo.
Okay.
And this one is Neymar.
Neymar. I'm going to pass you to Arisha.
Blue one is Lionel Messi and the another one is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Absolutely right. Give her a big round of applause. Arisha, the question was name both of them. So I'll use the discretion and you said the blue one is Ronaldo, is actually Messi. Otherwise I would have at least given you 5 points there. Arisha, you get 10 points for getting that right. Well done. The smile is back. The direct question for you. Here's your next question. Amar Chitra Katha, a very popular comic company from India, we've all grown up reading that, has this tradition of glorifying and portraying Indian superstars, homegrown superstars. This is the cover of an Amar Chitra Katha. Who is being represented here? Who is this lady?
Meera.
Meera. Okay, I said that they have the habit of promoting conventional personalities. Conventional means someone that has lived in our generations. So Meera lived a few hundred years ago during the times of the Bhakti movement. I'm sorry, that's not Meera. I'm going to pass you Vedanshi, who was covered, a very famous singer.
Is she Lata Mangeshkar?
Is she Lata Mangeshkar? No, that's not Didi. I'm moving you to Sanvi. Passing you to Zena. You're not sure, but you've not had the opportunity to pick up the mic so far. No? Okay, I'm going to pass you to Sanjana. Sana? Vaishnavi? Anyone in the audience put up your hand? I'll just check if my team can give. Okay, give it to one of the parents. Oh, I love that lady. She's so enthusiastic. Come on. One of the teachers. Ma'am, what's your name?
Veera Lakshmi, sir, from BBFP school.
Your name is Veera Lakshmi. And who's that?
Yama Subbalakshmi.
Veera Lakshmi says Subba Lakshmi. And that's the right answer. Congratulations. I'll have, just make sure there's a classmate hamper that goes to her. Veera Lakshmi, ma'am, I love the Veerta that you had to run up here. Okay, we move on to M.S. Subbalakshmi, the famous classical singer whose voice resonates every morning across the length and breadth of this country. And in fact, there have been times I've spent a lot of time studying in London and I've had the opportunity to walk across and you realize it's an Indian home because you hear her voice with the Suprabhata being played. The fifth question coming to you directly. This is Vedanshi, this is for you. Question number 5. It's a range of electric scooters from a company. They do a very different business. Alright, of moving people from one place to another. What's the name of this electric scooter? It's a first Indian company. It's based out of Bangalore. An electric scooter from a company that moves people in different parts of the country. What's the name of that company?
I guess Apple.
You guess Activa. Activa is one of the models from Honda. No, that's not Activa. I'm passing you, Sanvi. Zena? A company that moves people.
I know the scooter, I don't know the name of the company.
I'm sure all of you know the name of the company. I pass you to Par. Everyone in the audience knows the name of the company.
Company that moves people. Is it Agarwal Packers and Movers?
I like it. Is there a special award for answer like that? No, it's not Agarwal Packers. You thought Agarwal Packers and Movers is so famous that everybody knows that. Agarwal would be very happy. Sanjana.
I think it's Ola.
Yes, it's Ola! Ola! They move people. A car making company which is diversified into making electric scooters. Look at that lovely spinal back. Alright, we've got our next question coming up at number 6. Sanvi, this is for you. The National Sports Day of India is on the birth anniversary of a hockey legend. We celebrate the birth anniversary of a hockey legend. Who's that legend on whose birth anniversary we celebrate? Dhyan Chand. Can we have the answer, please? Give her a big round of applause. The legendary Indian Olympian who many decades ago brought a lot of laurels to the country, Dhyan Chand. You know, when she gave the answer for a moment, I was wondering, I thought I don't know the answer. My team's not given me the answers, they only given me names of the participants. Question number 7 to you, our second last finalist on stage. Are you ready, Zaina? This is the logo of a very prominent event that has been popularized by the present Modi government. Schools across the country and people across the world celebrate this. What is this logo of?
Swachh Bharat.
There is a big logo on the pose. It's not the Swachh Bharat. Swachh Bharat has, what's their logo? Swachh Bharat logo is? Yeah, Gandhiji's chashma. Par.
International Yoga Day, which is celebrated on 21st June.
Yes. 21st June, International Yoga Day. That is the right answer. Well done, Parth. And the last question comes to you as well. Can we hear a big round of applause for Parth for giving a lovely answer? And our last question, Parth, for you. On screen. A very famous sand artist, Sudarshan Patnaik, on the beaches of Puri, lands up making very contemporary, sand art. That's what he does on a regular basis. In fact, I follow him on Twitter. He does one almost every day. Every single day. Alright? He's got a... Who is this famous personality? Run for Unity should give you a clue. The Rashtriya Ekta Divas. Who is this famous Indian personality? A guess. Unity, Ekta Divas, very much in the news of late. Can I pass you? Or you want to give it a try? Ramanujan. Mathematics. Passing you. Sanjana.
Is it Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel?
The audience knows it as well as you do. Well done, young lady. 10 points to you. Can we hear a big, big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to all our 8 finalists. Paucity of time for the juniors, we're going to have only one round. For the seniors, we will have both the rounds. So thank you very much. You can move backstage. Can we have a big round of applause to all our 8 junior finalists? I'll make notes and put it in the overall score. Thank you. You guys can move backstage. I call the seniors up. Sanjana, ladies and gentlemen, landed up getting 20 points, whereas Arish, Vedanshi, Sanvi, Zena and Parth all scored 10 points each. So we can give Sanjana a big round of applause. So she is at this point of time leading the race. So we move on now to the seniors, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call on stage our 8 finalists who will come up on stage in this particular order. Reva from Pune, Sritama from Kolkata, Tanmay from Bangalore and Ayush from Kolkata. And moving on to my left is going to be Rasleen Kaur from Chandigarh, Hetansh from Ahmedabad, Aman from Mumbai and Ranesh from Pune. We'll have both the rounds for them. So unlike the juniors, because they were very little, I'm going to grill you a little more. So I'm going to have 2 rounds. The first round is a direct question round. I'm going to give you 10 seconds on a direct and 5 on a pass. I'm not going to wait too long. Right? With the juniors, I was very lenient and I was very empathetic. With you, I'm going to be reasonably more strict. Is that fair? Is that fair, audience? So 10 seconds on a direct, 5 on a pass. I'll keep that time myself. First round, 10 points on a direct, 10 points on a pass. Without much ado, question number 1 for you, Reva. All of us know this song from RRR. It was shot in front of a famous presidential building. Which presidential building was it shot in front of? Which presidential building was this shot? A building very much in danger these days. Reva, I'm passing you to Sritama. Is the president? Which is the president's? Which country's presidential building is this? Tanmay.
Queen Victoria.
Queen Victoria is a president? It's a presidential palace. No, it's not Queen Victoria. She is from... Yeah. She is not a president. She is a monarch. She is a queen. Ayush, pick up your mic. Pass. Oh, such a confident pass. I love that. Rasleen. Someone is itching to pick up the mic. Go ahead. Hetansh.
So I think it's the presidential building of UK.
UK.
Yes.
UK has a president? He just answered the Queen. UK has a Queen. They have a monarch. You've got the Buckingham Palace, which is like the official residence of the King now. Moving on, Aman.
I think I'll pass.
Okay, Mr. Ramesh.
So the answer is Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine.
Brilliant. Give a big round of applause. This is the presidential palace of Ukraine. Smart quizzers pick up the cues. I did make a mention that this palace is in danger today. Zelensky's palace, unfortunately under the clouds these days with the Ukraine-Russia war. Sritama, this question is for you. The second one on screen for 10 points. Google recently introduced a new language in their keyboard app, Gboard. Which language is this? There are only 2 keys on that keyboard. What language is it, Sridhar? It was a big language in the years gone by. You pass it? What about you, Tanmay?
Sir, I guess Braille language.
Braille. Braille has a lot more than 2 characters. There are only 2 characters on that keyboard. Moving you to Ayush.
I think Hungarian language.
बेटा वो हंगेरियन में भी इंग्लिश जैसे ही लिखते हैं. हाँ, it's not Hungarian language, but I like guesses like that. Rasleen.
Sir, I think it's English.
It's what?
English.
English.
Yeah.
Oh, ये बहुत अच्छा आंसर है. हाँ बताइए. English is what?
It's like a mixture of Hindi and English, but we type it in English and it gets converted into Hindi.
So you type it in English and gets converted into Hindi.
Yeah.
Wow, I love creativity like this. No, it's not English. By the way, English is not a language. It's a very colloquial word that we use in India. What about you, Hitansh?
Binary language.
Binary language. Interesting guess, but no, binary would be 0 and 1, but it's not, right? No. You can see the characters on screen. What about you, Aman? Ramesh?
No, sir.
No, I'm sorry, the rules, I can't come back to you. Anyone in the audience could figure out what language was that? Oh, sorry.
I think it's Morse code.
Oh yes! Thank you! You think it is Morse code? Well done, that's 10 points to you. It's the Morse code. I said in the years gone by, this was a secretive language specially used and developed by the naval forces in Europe and then used across the world. Morse code. Well done. Reva, you get 10 points for that. The third question coming your way. Tanmay, this is for you. Identify this logo. It's the logo of a very famous performance place in the world.
Black.
The black?
Korean K-pop.
Korean K-pop. Whoa. Interesting. What about you? No, that's the wrong answer. Ayush?
Pass.
इतना confidence मैंने पहली बार देखा है पास पे. What about you? Go ahead, Rasleen. Pass. Hitansh?
Black dog.
Black dog.
So black. I think black is the first word I forgot to say.
Acha, black is the first word, you forgot the second one. Because it's black there. It looks like that performance arena, by the way. What about you, Aman?
I think it is the Opera House in Australia.
Brilliant answer. Opera House and in Sydney. That's. Remember, I mentioned that this looks like a performance arena. Well done. You get, Aman, 10 points for that. The next question coming to you direct, Ayush, that's for you. This is a Volvo car. Can you see the headlights? The headlights are a tribute to the name of a famous Marvel movie or a comic series character, a legend in that part of the world. A legend in that part of the world. The headlight takes its name from a very famous Marvel character. Both movies, comics, series, all of that have been made.
T'Challa.
Come again?
T'Challa.
T'Challa.
Wakanda. Black Panther.
Black Panther. T'Challa. Interesting. No, that's not Black Panther. What about you, Rasleen? Hitansh.
Pass.
Aman.
Sorry, I don't watch
All of you know the answer, by the way. No, Ramesh?
Pass.
You don't want to give it a try?
Sir, I don't watch Marvel or DC.
Okay. Reba, no?
I'll try for Flash. I'm not sure.
Flash? No, it's not Flash. Flash literally has that flash. Yeah. Sritama.
Maybe Thor.
Yes, it is Thor. It's the Thor's hammer. So it's a tribute by the Scandinavian company. Volvo is based out of Scandinavia, Sweden, if I'm not wrong. It's a tribute to their legendary, demigod Thor. That's the Thor's hammer. So 10 points to you, Sritama. Well done. We move on to the next question, number 5 for you, Rasleen, direct on screen. Have a look very closely. This is a journey that somebody took. You can look at it very closely. What was the starting point of this journey? Rasleen, that is for you to read.
Sir is, I think, there only Ahmedabad. Must be Ahmedabad. I think it's the Salt Satyagraha started by Gandhi.
What's the starting point of the journey? You got that direction right. Where did he start the journey? You know, as luck would have it, someone from Gujarat is standing next to her. Where did he start the journey? What was it called?
Tamil Nadu.
Yes! Oh. Just when I was about to pass you, and the Gujubai missed the Dandi. 10 points to you, Rasleen. Well done. The next question coming to you, Hitansh. See if you can get this. A very interesting one. This is a contingent for Olympics from a country. What's the name of their country? They're very famous for what they're wearing in red. The name is popular for all that garment which is in red. That garment literally takes the name from that country. What's the name of the country?
North Korea.
Hey. So North Korea पहनते हो क्या? Moving on to Aman.
Is it Scotland?
Those are checked kilts. It's a skirt. Those look more like, they don't look like skirts. Can you see what the men are wearing? Moving on. Because the red is covered, even the women are wearing very similar. What about you, Ranesh? I passed you to Reva. Pass. What about you, Sitaba? Tanmay?
Sir, I guess Canada.
Do we wear Canada? The clue was that we wear it. No idea.
Is it Italy?
इडली खाते हैं. Anyone from the audience could figure out which country that was? Russia कहाँ से पहनते हैं हम लोग मैडम? Bermuda. That's Bermuda. It's the Olympic team from Bermuda. Hey, Dance, you should have. Second last question. Come on. Here's one. It's a very interesting question. This is a new initiative in Kerala. This is a general news question. There is a room called the crying room in these theatres. What is the speciality of these rooms?
Is it like for serious movies, like for the grey areas of a movie, so that a person who feels like emotional may, go to that room and...
So you watch a movie like Devdas, you feel like crying, so you go to the crying room and start crying. Interesting? No, but that's not the speciality. But a lovely guess. Really appreciate that. Ranesh?
Pass, sir.
Pass.
Babies?
Come again?
Babies?
Yeah, she's right. So if you're taking little ones to a cinema screen, so that they don't disturb the audience, they've created a special crying room where you can take a crying baby and watch the movie from there. And these are a few cinemas in Kerala. Can you hear a big round of applause for... That was an interesting guess actually. I know it was a guess, but that was right, because either they are very emotional audiences crying or their babies crying in the cinema screen. There's nobody else who cries in the cinema screens. The last question coming to you, Ranesh. Here's the question. An organization is planning to start their own OTT channel.
Doordarshan?
Yes, it's Doordarshan. Give a big round of applause. Malgudi Days Bomkesh Bakshi. I could recognize the
The
couple of
iconic serials from those
iconic serials. अरे ये तुम तो बहुत पुराने आदमी
Sir,
हो.
I watched Yomkesh Bakshi.
Oh, you
Whenever
did?
I had time.
Whenever you find time, you watch it.
Yes, sir.
Love the enthusiasm. Give a big round of applause. 10 points to them. Khalid, you've got the scores. I don't want them. I will take it towards the end. Very quickly, we'll move to the next round. Now, this is an audio-visual round. I'm going to start from you, Ranesh, and move up to the first contestant, which is Reva. Ranesh to Reva. I'm going to go in the anti-clockwise direction. This is an audio-visual round. Some questions have one and some have multiple visual clues. So either it's a direct question with a visual clue or it's a connect question, right? So it depends on your luck what you'll end up getting. The point scoring system remains exactly the same, plus 10 and plus 10. Ranesh, ready? Question number 1 for you. Can you press the next button? Can you get some volume as well? Now this is a clap of a very famous Indian footballer who is imitating a country's celebration. Your question is, which country celebrates like this? Who's that footballer? Yeah, but the question is, that celebration, which European country is this celebration from?
Pass.
Choose to pass. Reva?
Pass. Pass.
Pass. European country, you don't even know names, please guess. Pass.
I think it's Argentina.
Argentina, in my school map, it was in South America. Okay?
UK, England.
You love UK, don't you?
Yes.
The only answer he's given is UK. What about you, Aman?
Is it Poland?
No. Can we get the answer, please? You know the answer? Let's have one of them. No? Okay, here's the answer on the screen. Iceland, the Nordic country, replicating the Vikings celebration style. All right, that was a lovely. Oh, look at that! A big round of applause for my team for putting together such lovely questions. Thank you, Khalid and the team, Kasturi. Yes. The second question coming to you, Aman. Thank you, bhai. Here's the second question. It's a connect question. There could be 4 or multiple clues on screen. Connect them and give me the answer. Go ahead. Here's your question. What is common?
Talk to the hand.
Oh. There is a cycle, there is a lotus, an elephant. Talk to the hand. And a sickle. What connects all of them? Think India. Come on. Is that your heartbeat or is it music? I want your 10 seconds up. What's the connect?
Pass. Pass.
What about you, Devraj?
Pass.
Masih, you want to give it a try? Think India, I said.
Is it harvesting the crops?
No, it's not
By
harvesting.
hand?
No, it's not harvesting. It's something that is so big in public domain these days that everybody is into it, talks about it. What aspect? And every once in 5 years, the whole country gets involved in it. What are we talking about? Elections. What's common in all of this? You're somewhere in the direction. I pass you to Taman. He's in the right direction.
Election logos
Of
of regional parties.
and what are those? Symbols. I will give it to him. Those are symbols of Indian election for political parties. Talk to the hand, Congress, Cycle, Samajwadi Party, Lotus, the BJP, and the elephant, the BSP. Oh. Hitansh, here's your next question for you. So this Coke Studio was a special edition for whom? Hitansh. The clue was probably the expressions of the people that you saw. It was created specially for this segment of people. Who was this created for? Tasleen, I'll pass to you.
So for the people with disabilities,
What disability? What disability are you talking about?
physical disabilities like their hands or foot is not working.
Physical disability,
Yeah, physical disabilities.
like hands or legs.
Yeah.
I'm passing you.
Physical disabilities like the people who can't see, the people who can't hear.
I'll give it to him. It's for the people who can't hear. That was a special Coke Studio edition. Give him a big round of applause. Ayush, 10 points. Well done. This round's turning out to be a little of a googly for some of our contestants. The next question coming to you, Rasleen, question number 4. It's a connect. That means I'm going to give you 4 clues on screen. All right? Go ahead. Have a look at this. Rasleen, what's the connection between these 4 clues? The big one is on the right bottom of my right.
So I think this is the freedom for India, the songs for national songs for the freedom of India.
National Songs for Freedom of India. What is Nelson Mandela doing there? Passing to you. What connects them?
Patriotism.
Patriotism. Good question. I mean, good guess. No, that's not what connects all of them. Nelson Mandela was inspired by Gandhi. I'm not sure you're very patriotic about India.
Sir, attempting for freedom. Like they are,
What did Lata Mangeshkar, whose freedom did she attempt?
sir, for independence.
Okay?
They all are trying for their
No,
rights.
that's not what connects all of them. The 2 of them did attempt freedom. What did that image, how did that image play a role in freedom struggle? Sritama.
They're symbolizing the pillars of their country, like the iconic figures.
Passing you.
Us.
No, what's the connection?
Bharat Ratna awardees.
Brilliant. Give a big round of applause. Bharat Ratna. The three of them are Bharat Ratna awardees, and that was the medal that's given to the Bharat Ratna awardees. Well done, Ranesh. You get 10 points for that. The next question coming your way on my left here. Are you ready for this, Ayush? This is your direct question. This is a story about a famous sports person. I want you to identify this.
1984 has been a tough year. Our sales are down, our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in here to grow the basketball business.
People don't know what the hell a Nike is.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe.
There's nothing cool about Nike.
You would have to have a pretty compelling pitch.
I can tell them the one thing the other companies can't compete with. Our basketball division is terrible.
I do not love it.
Can't afford it. I'm willing to bet my career on one guy. My name's Sonny Vaccaro. I'm with Nike.
You typically make it a habit of showing up at people's front doors unannounced.
I don't like to take no for an answer. Oh, man. Here we go. You ask me what I do here. This is what I do. I find you players, and I feel it this time. The arcade's risky. When you were selling sneakers out of the back of your Plymouth, that was risky. Don't change that now.
All right. This film was inspired by true events of the sports person. Who's that icon?
Philip Nike.
Sorry?
Philip.
You're not, I can't decide.
Philip Nike.
Philip Nike
I
was a sports person. No, I'm sorry, it's not Philip Nike. It's, I heard the word basketball there. What about you, Ahmed?
Sir, Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Yes. Michael Jordan, well done. A very confident Tanmay giving the right answers. Michael Jordan, well done. The direct question comes to you. Tanmay, you've done very well in this round. See if you can get this one. It's a connect for you.
To get the best out of any enterprise, begin with faith. Drive it with skill.
So we have a very famous, iconic mascot. I see Ginger there. I see Tanmay, since you're from Bangalore, do you recognize that building? Okay, I'll help you out. There is the Indian Institute of Science. So what's common in all of this? And there's an advertisement as well of one of the brands. What's common in all of them? The iconic Maharaja, Ginger, Indian Institute of Science.
Sir, milk.
Milk. Milk. As in doodh. Explain. Explain.
So like in milk or tea we use ginger. And
In milk we use this. And what does the Maharaja do in the milk? Very interesting answer, but it's not milk. I'm not going to pull you further. What about you, Sritama? What's common?
Like the evolution of technology, science.
From ginger to Maharaja, evolution of technology. ये बहुत अच्छा है. What about you, Deva?
I think it's physics because like physics is thinking of
You
sciences.
think it's physics?
Yeah.
Poor Ginger. Ginger was mostly, what was it, biology for us? No, but that's a brand anyways. What about you?
Tata.
Yes.
Because it's Air India's mascot and Indian Institute of Science was started by Tata.
Right, and Ginger
Don't know, sir.
is the name of their hotel chain. And Ginger is the name of their hotel chain called Ginger. Give me a round of applause. You picked up 2 clues. Well done. Okay, here's your question, Sritama. Your direct one, the second last one in the last round. Have a look at your screen. What type of phones is this ad for? There's a specific phone this ad is for. Okay. Sridhara.
Like the flip books, the foldable phones which we can like fold into like.
What is the name of the phone?
Flip books.
What's the name of the phone? Flip books. What's the name of the phone? Flip book is a book. You're almost there. I'm sorry, but I need, because it's such an it's probably the easiest one in this round, and I'm passing you to Reva.
It is flip, but I don't know what it is.
What's?
Flip phone?
Yes, it's a flip phone. Come on, give it a big round of applause. You went there. I said, what's the specific name? It's called flip phones. Because it was so easy, I would not have accepted a half answer for that. The last question, last round. Are you ready? Reva, well done. You got the flip phones. It literally fell on your laps from her. She should have got that, Sridhama. Here's your last question. It's a connect round. Okay, let me decipher that for you. There's definitely a scoop of ice cream, there's a helicopter, there's a hook. What is common in all of this? And there's a drive through. You passing this? Uh-oh. Okay, go ahead.
Cricket, scoop shot, hook.
Cricket, hook shot,
Cricket.
helicopter shots,
Yeah.
shot, drive shot. Yes, it's cricket. Well done, Ranesh. Very well done. With this, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the seniors quiz. Can we hear a big round of applause for them? Very well done. And judges, ladies and gentlemen, these are not professional quizzes. I mean, it's one of those rounds for them, and you guys have done remarkably well. Well done, all of you. I'm going to request you all to move backstage. I'm going to ask my team to clear up the podiums so that we move to the last rounds, which is going to be the talent round, followed by the judges' question round. Right? So thank you very much. You can move backstage. Can we have the lights off and clear the stage, please? And I'll see you in just a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the last round, we have a very wonderful performance. There's a young dance group from the Mount Carmel College in Sing. They're going to be presenting a performance for us while all our finalists get ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the wonderful young dancers from the Mount Carmel College Students Association.
ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ವರ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಬರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನಮಗೆ ಇದು ವೈರ್ಲೆಸ್ ಬರೋ ತಗೊಳ್ತೈತೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ.
ವೈರ್ಲೆಸ್ ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
One time coming, gotta run from them. They might pull a gun on them. One time coming, gotta run from them. Cause they might pull a gun on them. So my daughter, daddy love you when I leave the crib. Can't take the money with you, so I iced on my wrist. Dog ass nigga when I'm eating, don't interfere. Make that grip, you miss. So the one time come. Oh shit, get a one time come. Oh shit, everybody stop rapping. Oh shit, everybody stop. Come.
Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. Kids try to catch, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot. Get an attitude, pop it like it's hot, pop it like it's hot, pop it like it's hot. Got the booty on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down and I'm full best, cause I got it going on. Everybody dance with me, we gon' get this party started. Let's go.
That's why they love it now. That's real, and the shit that they talk about. Goddamn is the words that come out their mouth. She look good, always down. Ask for it, she back, can't get out.
Thank you, girls. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for InSing, the wonderful girls from the Mount Carmel College. Thank you so much. Did you enjoy that performance? So judges, it's now your time. Khalid, can I request you to give the judges score sheets as well? We're going to have 2 rounds. We're going to have the talent round, which will be followed by the judges' question round. Each contestant will come up on stage, and first they will perform their talent, and after that they will stay back, you will ask them a question, and then they'll move backstage. Alright? So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'll just give a moment to our judges. Judges, we've also placed some questions for you in your files, which would be as prompts for you, so that you know what direction of questions, but you're more than welcome to frame your own questions as well. So audience, are you ready for the finale round for our finalists here at Classmate All Rounder? Before I start this round, I have to let you know that these students coming up on stage are absolute all-rounders. They do well in academics, they do well in sport, they do well in extracurricular activities, and over the past 3 months, starting from the school level to the city level, they've now come up to the national finals. And in the national finals, these are the top 8 junior students. Judges, the juniors comprise of students from grade 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to call on stage our first finalist up on stage, representing the city of Mumbai, Sanjana Pramod Shetty. Hi Sanjana, before you start off, do you want to tell us what you're going to do?
Yeah, I am going to do a Bollywood style dance called Ramleela.
Ramleela, you're doing a Bollywood style dance. So ladies and gentlemen, presenting Sanjana from Mumbai.
चाहे राम इन दोनों के लव में दुनिया का क्या काम इनका तो फंडा है सिंपल सा यार गोली मारो तो पंगा आंखों मारो तो प्यार चाहे राम इन दोनों के लव में दुनिया का क्या काम रख पॉकेट में घोड़ा दे घोड़े को लगाम राम चाहे लीला चाहे राम चाहे लीला चाहे राम इन दोनों के लव में दुनिया का क्या काम दोनों के लव में दुनिया का क्या बुलेट भी है एक और एक ही है जान बुलेट पे लिखा मरने वाले का नाम श्रृंगार गार गार तेरी बदलो कंदोरा राम लीला बंडोरे राम लीला
Wow! That was some energy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Loved it. So judges in no particular order. I'm just going to leave it for the judges to choose who wants to start off by asking a question. Roshan, do you want to start off? You're the man with the mic. One question per contestant. Judges, you can clarify in case you have a clarification on any of the answers that you've given. Sanjana, Roshan's going to ask you a question.
Sanjana, that was very, very good firstly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
I just wanted to ask you if there was one subject that you could eliminate from your school. One subject that should not be there. You tell me which one and why.
It would surely be maths. We have a lot of proportion. And I would like to thank Sultan sir for holding it in this. I lost my maths exam on 19th. That was good. I won't be giving it together again.
Only positives here, okay? I love the sincerity and honesty, and I just hope and pray that you continue with that all through your life. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to Sanjana. Thank you so much. Can take the mic, darling. You can move backstage. Our next finalist, ladies and gentlemen, represents the city of Chennai. This is Sana Fatima. Can we hear a big round of applause for Sana Fatima, please?
Hi everyone, I'm Sana Fatima representing Chennai. Today I'm going to be doing a dance, a K-pop style dance by the popular group Blackpink. It's a mashup. Hope you all enjoy it.
Oh yes, we love dances.
Blackpink is the revolution. Now I'm going slow. Hit you with it. 지금 잘 모르겠지. 근데 원하면 test me. 넌 불보듯이 뻔해. 만만한 널 원했다면 I'm way to do it. Way to do it. Do it. Do it. Hit you with it. Hit you with it. We all commit to love that makes you cry. Oh, we're all making love that kills you inside. Yeah, we must kill this love. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ra-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Let's kill this love. Ra-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Blackpink is the revolution. Blackpink is the revolution. Black, 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 black. All I want to do.
All right, can we hear a big round of applause? Wonderful, Sana, really liked it. Sana, can I request you to step forward on your cross? And can I request Pankaj, can I request you for a question, please? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pankaj Advani.
Hi Sana, how are you doing? That was lovely, thank you. Sana, I just wanted to ask you, do you believe in second chances?
Yes, of course. Because if a person has failed to do something, I feel that that person should get a second chance. If he or she is right and has the potential to succeed in life, I feel that the person should get a second chance. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done, Sana. That was wonderful. Another big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The little one from Chennai. Our third finalist represents the city of Kolkata. This is Vaishnavi Tiwari. We've got a lot of young dancing girls up on stage. So Vaishnavi, what are you going to do for us?
Hello everyone, I'm Vaishnavi and I'm going to sing.
Wow. Is there something specific that you're going to sing? Or why have you chosen that song?
It is Usha Uthav's song and she's my personal favorite.
Because she's from Kolkata?
This may be the reason.
Alright, go ahead, please go ahead. Okay, you need some audio? There is a background? Okay, please.
के लिए बेस्ट गिफ्ट सारेगामा कारवा
ये एडवर्टाइजिंग क्यों हो गया? a big round of applause. Very well done, Vaishnavi. How did you perform? You happy?
Not so much.
Fair enough. I mean, that's a fair assessment. Geeta, can I request you for the question, please?
Hello.
Thank you so much for that performance. The question for you is, what is the one thing you can't wait to do when you're a grown-up?
When I was a child, the people I belong to Bihar, and the people there are very, very low-minded. They used to, criticize the people who have girl child generally. So when I was a child, I always wanted to make them show that not everyone, each girl child has a potential, and each and every girl can do anything, and girls are way better than boys.
You know what? The world we live in has a lot of opportunities. I'm so thankful that your parents are giving you that encouragement. And I'm so glad to hear that you want to grow up to encourage other girl
I want
children.
to add something in it.
Yes.
It all happened because of my parents, and I always want to make them proud. And
You are making them proud, darling. Give her a big round of applause. Very well done. Thank you. You can move backstage. You know, even in the audience, I see a lot more girls, and believe me, you're wonderful. And I don't know who's better, the boys or the girls, but I definitely know that the future is a lot more feminine, and women are ruling today and will rule. So, good luck to you, Arisha. Our next finalist is Vedanshi Sahu from Lucknow. Hi, Vedanshi. How are you feeling, darling? You feel fine? So, what are you going to perform for us? Can you tell me now?
I'm going to perform the Taekwondo. So, can I?
You're going to show some katas of Taekwondo. That's what you're going to do. Alright, sure. I hold the mic for you, and when you're done, I'll give this back for your question. All the best. Vedanshi, I'm going to request Mr. Ankit Pant to ask a question for you. Judges, this is Vedanshi. By mistake, I've slipped the previous contestant. I'll call her back on stage. Next. That's Arshia.
That was great, Vedanshi. Thank you. I want to ask, who is your inspiration in life and why?
My inspiration are my parents, because they work hard for my future and they want me to succeed in life. Sir, they are always after me, and I also love them, so I consider them as my biggest inspiration in life.
That's really sweet. Thank you very much. Judges, kindly make note. This is contestant number 34, Vedanshi. Coming up next on stage is contestant number 45, Arshia Chaudhary from Jaipur.
Every state of India is unique. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh. Every state shows their unique culture. And I am going to showcase my talent as my dance. As to show my Rajasthani culture, the dance is called Ghumar.
So the Ghumar dance, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary from the region of Rajasthan. This is Arshia Chaudhary. Wonderful. You know, it's always so endearing to see young, talents like this retaining the culture of this country. Because the future of any culture is always with the youngsters. So, before I go to Roshan to ask you for the question, I'm just allowing him to settle down. How long have you been learning this? Can I give you some water? It's fine? Okay. How long have you been learning this dance? She doesn't know. Anyways, okay. When you get water from the world champion, you better have it. Good. And you were telling me about your dance. How long have you been dancing? How long have you been learning this dance?
Since 1-2 years.
1-2 years. Good. You're already wonderful. So good luck. So, Mr. Roshan Abbas, can I request you for a question?
Tell me, if you travel outside India and you meet people who've never seen the country, what would you tell them about it?
First of all, I will tell them there are many languages in India. There are many cultures which India follows. Like every state have their unique culture. Like Rajasthan is one of them. Rajasthan folk dance is called Ghumar, and I will show them our famous food, which is dal bati and churma, and you won't believe it's really so tasty. It's one of my favorite food, and I will show them each a single state of our country because it's so unique. And like from north there are mountains, from south there is ocean, to the west there is desert, to the east is again mountain.
You've recorded that? That was incredible, India. Ladies and gentlemen, give her a big round of applause. Very well done, young lady. Well done. Sanvi Gupta, contestant number 41, ladies and gentlemen. She's from Chandigarh, stepping forward. Hi, Sanvi. So what are you going to do for us in your talent round?
I'm going to sing a song.
You're going to sing a song for us?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
आशाएं 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 कुछ पाने की हो आस आस कोई अरमा हो जो खास खास आशाएं 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 हर कोशिश में हो बार बार कर दरियाओं को आर पार आशाएं 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 तूफानों को चीर के मंजिल अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी उड़ जाए लेकिन खुशी अपने संग तुझको वहाँ जन्नत से मुलाकात हो पूरी हो तेरी हर दुआ आशाएं खिले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी गुजरे ऐसी हर रात हो ख्वाहिशों से बात आशाएं 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 लेकर सूरज से आग गाए जा अपना राग आशाएं 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 कुछ ऐसा करके दिखा खुद खुश हो जाए खुदा आशाएं खिले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी थैंक यू
Wonderful. Sanvi, that was very melodious. this young lady. I'm going to request Mr. Pankaj Advani to ask you a question.
If there's any animal you could keep as a pet, which one would it be and why?
I would like to keep a dog because I think they are cute and they can help for the security in the house also. I usually tell my parents to buy me a puppy, but they said you will not be able to manage it. So if I get a chance, I will adopt a dog. Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much. For a big round of applause. How many of you are dog lovers over here? Put up your hand. Ah, we all love that. Yeah, this is too cool. Our second last finalist in the junior category, grade 5, 6 and 7 is going to be Saida Zaina Inamdar from Bangalore. Can we hear a big round of applause for the young lady from Bangalore? Hi Zaina.
Hello.
Okay. What are you going to do in your turn?
I'll be telling you a speech. So,
Giving us a speech?
Yeah.
Is this something that you've written?
Yes.
Okay. So it's a self-written piece that she's going to narrate.
Did you know that Mumbai is one of the most polluted cities of India and closely following it is Delhi? If we don't do something about this, other cities will also join it. Like one day I was just going for a walk around my apartment and I noticed these garbage collectors. So they were near the dumping area and there was just collecting the garbage and it's really, like if you've ever walked past a dumping area, you know how stinky it can be. So I decided to take a U-turn and continue my walk. When I saw that he was doing something strange, he was literally opening every bag and touching everything and like removing the wet waste and the dry waste. So he didn't have gloves, he didn't have a mask, he didn't even have proper shoes. So it's like, it was very disgusting and it felt really terrible to watch. But then again, they didn't have any signs of complaints on their faces, so I decided like, they must be used to this, right? So I made my peace with it and I continued my walk. And then, on my second round, I noticed that he was cleaning his chocolate. And it took me a while to figure out why. He must have stepped on something and it was just so disgusting. But again, like, you know, we got busy. We got into my normal routine. And then one day, our maid, she broke a glass. So she just tossed the glass pieces in the garbage bag. And when we were going to dispose it, the glass pieces cut the bag and all the garbage fell out. And that is when we realized that she just put the glass in there. And my mother was like, she got the garbage bag and then she removed the glass pieces and she told her that it was okay that she broke the glass, but not okay to just dispose it like that because someone could get hurt, right? And so like, there's so much pollution around right now. So it's like our duty to like take care that we're not polluting, and we should take care of our own waste. So if we could, why not we just segregate our own waste, wet waste and dry waste? Why should someone else have to touch our waste? Why should they have to do that? Because how can anyone ever be, okay with dirt? How can they be okay with touching that and how can anyone be happy in such a situation? So it's not fair that they have to do this and it just takes a little step on our part. Just all we need to do is segregate the waste, keep a bag in our house, just use toothbrushes, milk packets, chips packets, everything, just glass bottles. If we just save them and then once a month or thrice a month, we can just come and they can pick the garbage up and we can recycle it. So I have 80 apartments, like 80 flats in my apartment.
Sena, can you wind up your time, sir?
Yeah, okay. So imagine how much dry waste we can collect. Imagine how much we can do. Just one single step. So thank you.
You know what, Zena, and ladies and gentlemen, one of the best talents that we could have as young people and as a society is to have empathy. to see what's happening around us, to understand what's happening around us and take that one step. Talent is about culture, is about a skill, but it's as much about empathy. And what she personifies is the fact that having empathy to see the pain that cities are going through. And by the way, one of my cities, Bangalore's biggest problem is garbage. And what you pointed out to us was so relevant. Thank you so much for highlighting that issue. Can we hear a big round of applause for her? And the message of segregating waste, which is so difficult to explain to our society. So I'm going to request Geeta, can you please ask a question to Zainab?
I want you to highlight the one favorite thing that you like about yourself. Tell us about what you like about yourself the most, and one thing that your parents like about you the most.
One thing I like about myself and
One thing your parents like about you.
okay. So I really like reading, and I try to use my reading to write. So I write about my daily life. I write about what I see around me, and I like that I have the power to actually do something. And I want to make a difference in this world, right? So I think the best thing I like about myself is that I can actually do something. I see something and I try to act on it. So that's one thing I like about myself. And my parents, I also write poetry sometimes. So I know they really like that. I actually thought maybe I'd do that, but then I really wanted to I have a platform and I wanted to use it. So thank you.
Wonderful, Zainab. Thank you so much. And good luck to you. And our last finalist in the junior category, Parth Chandak from Bangalore. Test number 2. Hi, Parth. What are you going to do for us in your talent?
I'm going to recite a creative essay in the form of speech that I've written.
Okay, so Bangalore has a lot of writers now.
Greeting. So we are all people living on Earth. But have you ever thought about the people living on the clouds? So today I'm here to talk about the people living on the clouds. Those people are just like us in physique, but when it comes to their lives, they do have feelings and emotions. You might wonder why aren't they visible? Because they are very shy to come out. And yes, they are very kind to share their water with us by pouring it down on Earth in the form of rain. I remember one incident. Last year when a boy was helping his mother lift a pot full of water, when he stepped over a banana tree, and guess what happened? The water spilled down, which caused deadly floods in Assam. Their favorite color is white, and when it comes to cleanliness, they aren't like us at all. The sun god has given a very wonderful job to them of purifying water for us, and that's the reason we shouldn't pollute it, or else they'll face many difficulties in doing that. So, remember, whenever you are alone, they are with you, and whenever you do something wrong, they are watching you. You might wonder there are many shapes formed in the sky, right? It is the modeler who is making new toy designs for his kids. Now, when we have come to the end, I'm sure you all would like to meet them once, and I would also like to. I would like to conclude my speech by telling that creativity is something that cannot be taught. It comes from within you, and also creativity is something that doesn't come out at the perfect moment. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Can I request Ankit? Can I ask you for a question, please?
That was great, Parth. If you could ask God one thing, what would it be and why?
Yes, if I could ask for one thing, I would ask him to send back my uncle who left away this beautiful world, leaving his family alone.
Thank you very much, Parth. That was very touching. Okay, moving on to our seniors, ladies and gentlemen, judges. I have the seniors now. These are students from grade 8, 9 and 10. We have 8 finalists, and this will be the last round that will decide our 2 winners. So I'm going to call on contestant number 27, representing the city of Pune. This is Reva Kate. Can we have a big round of applause for Reva Kate, please? Hi, Reva.
Hi.
So it's going to be your talent first, and then the question. What are you doing for us?
I'm going to be dedicating a speech to a very unknown topic, self-help.
Self-help.
Yes.
Stage all yours.
The topic I chose to talk about today is self-help because I need a lot of it myself. George Carlin, an American comedian, says, I asked the saleswoman, where's the self-help section? She said if she told me, it would defeat the purpose. Self-help is, from a hypermetropic point of view, a very important skill to possess. It is standing on your own two feet to introspect and refine one's own personality. Following an ideal train of thought, you must be thinking, why do we need self-help? Well, here's why. It helps you to outline your short-term and long-term goals and understand how easily achievable they are. It also helps you recreate your and structure your environment in a way that is undeviating and worry-free. Remember, worrying is one of the biggest setback to your path to acquiring self-help. Here's how you can use self-help in your day-to-day life. Applying potent strategies using self-help is really important to your career prospects and future lifestyle. To conclude, I'd like to say, lasting change is invaluable to achieve, since many of our character traits and core personality traits are immutable, but all of them can be varied to some degree. So I'd say self-help is worth the time and effort, and I request all of you here today to please implement this, as it will surely help you in your future path. Thank you.
Wonderful. You know, Reva, really appreciate your thought and the idea behind your talent. Thank you so much for that, Reva. I'm going to request Mr. Roshan Abbas to ask you a question this time.
Reva, that was really nice. I even like that George Carlin bit, so it was very nice. I wanted to ask you, do you think social media is good for us, or do you think it's too much now?
I've answered this question before. It was asked by self-answer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Social media is a thing that depends on how you use it. It is a two-sided sword, and it depends whether you want to stab it to yourself or to another person. If you use it to improve your creativity, if it's something that enhances your thinking skills and logical solving, it is a very good thing. It's an absolute boon. But there are a few disadvantages to this. Humans don't understand where to stop. There is a limit, and once you cross that, it is a bane. So yeah, that's what I think. Social media is, everything is in your mindset. If you think it's a good thing, it is. And my personal opinion is everyone should use it in a certain amount each day, each month, and it will benefit you in some way, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reva. You know, the audience here, especially a lot of school students who are sitting here, you know, I want you to observe the confidence, the poise, the clarity with which some of these students are answering. And those are skills which are going to be very, very relevant for all of you as you grow up and you go look forward to your own careers. So that was Reva. I'm going to call on contestant number 32. This is a young lady representing the city of Kolkata, Sritama Kundu. Hi Sritama, you're all decked up with a pile, so I know what you're doing. What form of dance are you going to perform?
I am a disciple of Kathak, and I learn under the guidance of my guru, Sri Sandip Malik, and I have completed my third year in Kathak as well. So it's a classical Indian dance form. I'm going to perform that.
So you're going to perform Kathak, and if I remember right, you've been practicing for 9 years.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 14 now.
You're very old. So you were 5 when you started off. Fantastic. Can you have a big round of applause? There's a lot of dedication that goes into Indian classical dance forms. So I'll take the mic and all the best to you. Wonderful. Very well done, Sridhar. Check. I'm going to request Mr. Advani, Pankaj Advani, to ask the question, please.
Hi, Sridhar.
Hi, sir.
Thank you for that performance.
Thank you, sir.
Do you believe crying is a sign of weakness or strength?
I believe it differs from people to people, but for me, crying is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. Like, many people are there in this world who cannot express their feelings and all. They feel shy to cry in front of people and all, but when you are crying, you are expressing your sorrow, your sadness, and that's a power of willpower. The people don't have the self-confidence to express themselves, but the people who cry, they just heal themselves by their own. They don't need any external help. When we cry, we throw out our feelings, the sadness, a positiveness comes, we get relaxed after we cry. So for me, it's a sign of positiveness and it's a strength for people. Not everyone can cry like that.
Wow.
Thank you.
Sridhar, come here. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I believe the day I got, when you guys were grown up, was the day when I realized that all emotions are good. There's no good or bad about emotions. If they are emotions, and expressing them in a way that can be justifying the situation is the best thing to do. And thank you for enlightening that sorrow is an emotion and we have to express it. And most of us on the planet don't know how to express ourselves. Thank you so much. A big round of applause for the wonderful
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, there's so much to learn, there's so much to be happy about the future of this country. Tanmay, contestant number 4, representing Bangalore. He loves his numbers, so he's going to be up on stage. Tanmay, what are you going to do in your talent?
I'll say some shairis to entertain everyone.
Wow. These are some things that you write, you enjoy writing shairi?
Yes, sir.
And these are all written by you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
No, sir, inspired by people.
Go ahead, we love to listen to you. Irshad.
अर्ज किया है
Irshad.
दुनिया में 2 प्रकार के बच्चे होते हैं, एक समझदार बच्चे, एक होशियार बच्चे। जो बच्चे माँ बाप को मानते हैं वे होशियार हैं और जो बच्चे माँ बाप की मानते हैं वे समझदार हैं।
वाह, बहुत गहरा था।
एक और, जो अपने पूरे सोशल वर्ल्ड को देखें, दुनिया में 2 प्रकार की गरीबी होती है, एक आर्थिक गरीबी और एक मानसिक गरीबी। समझ आ रहा है? दुनिया में 2 प्रकार की गरीबी होती है, एक आर्थिक गरीबी और दूसरी मानसिक गरीबी। जिनके पास पहनने को कपड़े नहीं है और फटे पुराने कपड़े पहनते हैं वे आर्थिक गरीब है, और जो फटे हुए जीन्स पहनते हैं वो मानसिक गरीब है। ज्ञानी फरमाते हैं 2 जनों से संभल कर रहना, पहला डॉक्टर, दूसरा भगवान। आप भगवान को नाराज करोगे वो आपको डॉक्टर के पास भेजेगा, आप भगवान को नाराज करोगे वो आपको डॉक्टर के पास भेजेगा, आप डॉक्टर को नाराज करोगे वो आपको भगवान के पास। हमारी आज की स्थिति देखते हुए ये शायरी है, कभी सलमान के बालों पर तो कभी कटरीना के गालों पर मर गए।
वाह।
कभी सलमान के बालों पर तो कभी कटरीना के गालों पर मर गए, कभी चुंबन, कभी चेहरे, कभी चालों पे मर गए। ऊपर से भगत सिंह भी कहता होगा, भाई राजदेव और सुखदेव, राजदेव और गुरु, हम भी किन सालों के लिए मर गए। अंततः बोलना चाहूंगा कि जीने की कला जिसके बारे में कहा जाता है, दर्द एक है मगर सहने के तरीके अलग हैं। दर्द एक है मगर सहने के तरीके अलग अलग है। बात एक है मगर कहने के तरीके अलग अलग है। मौत एक है मगर मरने के तरीके अलग अलग है, और एक जीवन एक है, जीने के तरीके अलग अलग है। अंततः बोलना चाहूंगा कि भगवान आपको याद करे इससे पहले आप भगवान को याद करें। थैंक यू।
Wow, Tanmay, that was brilliant. So I'm going to request Geeta, can I request you for the question, please?
Hi, Tanmay, thank you so much. I actually have a friend who's colorblind. How would you describe color to somebody who's suffering from affliction like that?
She's talking from experience.
Is it like from the childhood itself?
Yes.
I would describe the colors with expression. Like in Marwadi, we say with all expression. What is the color dress which you are wearing?
What's the color? Because of the light, he is a little blinded.
So I am just asking for interaction.
Great.
I think black. So in ordinary Hindi we say kala, but in Marwadi we say kalo kat. That's been the expression. For blue we don't say neela, neelo nut. That expression comes out. Or for white we don't say safed, safed chat. So like that feeling, the expression goes into his mind. I can give the expression of colors into him. Thank you.
Very interesting. Tanmay, I have to mention this. Your ability to hold an audience, your ability to be original is something very, very unique. I wish you the very best for your life. All the very best, Tanmay. From the Shire, we move on to the participant from Kolkata, Ayush Bhagat, contestant number 31. Check your mic first.
Check.
Alright. So Ayush, what are you going to do in your talent? What a question to ask. What are you playing for us?
Okay, Namaste everyone. I introduced myself at the very beginning, so I won't be going through a one-shot revision. I'll be playing a mashup which I prepared myself. It's Kya Mujhe Pyar Hai and Ilahi. Hope you all like that. बागी उड़ान पे ही ना जाने क्यों इलाही मेरा जिया है आए, इलाही मेरा जिया है आए। पत्थर के रस्तों पे फूलों की एक चादर है, जब से मिले हो हमको बदला हर एक मंजर है। तुझे और मेरी बात को है बस किसी तमन्ना के तू पास हो। इलाही मेरा दिया आए, इलाही मेरा दिया आए। Thank you.
Whoa! Ayush. Good job. Ankit. Can we have a question from you, please?
Bro, that was amazing. I've got goosebumps. My God.
Thank you.
Fabulous. What is your most beautiful memory and why is it so special?
So firstly, I'm a very big fan, sir. Thanks to you, my mom allowed me to play game 30 hours.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's 30 minutes a day. Very thankful for that. And for your question, sir, I don't have beautiful memory, I have memories with my mom. Because whenever I hug my mom, I have no shame in telling that I hug my mom and kiss my mom at least over 10 times a day. She complains. And those are my most beautiful memories because I am hugging the person whom I love the most without any doubt.
That's wonderful, bro. It's a very dialogue comedy. Beautiful, bro, beautiful. मैं भी सेम करता हूँ, बहुत बढ़िया। आज तक करता हूँ, और करते रहूँगा।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. A big round of applause to the talented, amazing singer from Kolkata. Ayush, that was wonderful. Thank you. You can move backstage, please. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me privilege to acknowledge the presence amongst us of our chief guest for the day, Lieutenant General in the Sun, Repswal. Can we hear a big round of applause for him? Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us. It's an honor. Thank you. General Repswal, we are here at the Classmate All Rounder, and we've got the finalists up on stage. We've got the last 4 contestants. Each one of them is coming up on stage to perform a talent and then answer a question from the judges. And once these 4 are done, we're going to announce the 2 winners. So thank you so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure, sir. Our next contestant, ladies and gentlemen, representing the city of Chandigarh. This is Rasleen Kaur. Can we hear a big round of applause for Rasleen Kaur?
A very cheerful afternoon, everybody. I'm Rasleen Kaur here, representing Chandigarh. The dance that I'm going to show today is Bhangra, the Punjabi folk dance of Chandigarh. Thank you.
Rasleen, hold that.
Yellow inke? Yellow, shoot go through. ಹೌದಾ ಸರ್ ಇವಕ್ಕೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ನಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿಗ ನಾನು 10,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು ಬರೀ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್
Wonderful. You're a big round of applause. It's lovely. All right, Roshan, can I request you for a question, please?
That was so energetic. It was So nice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You know, nowadays classical dance and traditional dance is something that you don't get to see so much. How would you promote our classical arts to young children?
Sir, first of all, classical dance is our culture. It's our tradition that we should not ever forget. It's our tradition. It's the time from where from the early ages we used to do that. And if someone ever forgets it, that would be so breakdown, that would be heartbroken. At least for me, I would fall Bagra headway. And talking about how to promote that, first of all, I have my own YouTube channel, and I would surely make many of ample videos and post it there. And secondly, I had a dream of opening various schools for teaching these cultures. I actually really, from my own heart, from the bottom of my heart, I wanted to promote that by opening schools in various areas, not only in Punjab or in Chandigarh, in fact the whole world to know that our country has full of traditions. It's full of areas where we can actually be the ones we have from the early ages. Thank you.
Wow, the passion, my God. Give it a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Leslie. You can move backstage. From Chandigarh, let's go to Ahmedabad. Hetansh Prem Ram Chandani representing Ahmedabad, contestant number 52.
Hello everyone. I hope you are enjoying the evening. So to make it more enjoyable, I will perform stand-up comedy in front of you. So first I would request everyone to not to mind to my words. It's only for fun.
Okay, you told me politically.
Yes.
Correct.
In our country there is a problem. लोगों को लगता है कि गवर्नमेंट कुछ करती नहीं है. So government is very good. That's the reason why it is one of the top countries in the world. But कभी-कभी उन्होंने ऐसे steps लिए कि funny लगता है. यूपी गवर्नमेंट ने डिसीजन लिया था थोड़े मंथ्स पहले कि अब से वो इलाहाबाद को प्रयागराज बनाएंगे. Wow! You can imagine कि ऑफिस में कितने वेले बैठे थे. उन्हें ये थॉट आया. They were like बैठे क्या करें? आओ बदले सिटीज के नाम. वो यहाँ पे भी नहीं रुके थे. उन्होंने अहमदाबाद का नाम भी बदलने की सोचा था. They were going to change it as Karnavati. I would thank God that they stopped. Or else, it would be good. I got one more line. I would got one more line to like. So I would hope that you enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hetansh. You know, Hetansh, thinking, expressing, dialogue and debate are the foundations of a democracy. So you never have to ever be apologetic to express what you feel as a young person. That's the country we are born in, and that's the right that our constitution gives us. So thank you for expressing yourself. Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Mr. Pankaj Advani, yours please.
Hi. If you could meet anyone in this world today, who would you pick and why? It could be a famous person, it could be anybody you know or anybody who you've heard of, you've never met, but you know anybody.
So can I get 1 minute?
You want some time?
Honestly speaking, I would like to meet our honorable Prime Minister, PM Modi.
You want to tell us why you want to meet him?
Because it's not easy to become a Prime Minister from a tea seller. He was such a low family, but he didn't give up. He became the CM of Gujarat first, and Gujarat was going gorgeous under his leadership. It developed a lot, and now he is the PM of India since 8 years. And during his era, India has boosted a lot, and also has almost become a world superpower. So that's my opinion.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ekant. Can you hear a big round of applause for it, ladies and gentlemen? We've got 2 more finalists to go. Aman Kapil Sambari from Mumbai, contestant number 23 is coming up on stage. Bhai, ye to puri dukaan hai. So what do we have here, Aman? I'll hold the mic for you. It'll be easier. Check.
So over here, I have 3 talents. The first thing is I have a way with animals. Most of us, when we walk on the road, we don't say anything. We just think our own thoughts. But when you observe, you'll see that there are simple things in nature.
Just use this here.
There are quite a lot of simple things in nature that actually are quite beautiful. So I would like to come down to show these to you because these are too small to show in front of us.
What do you have with them? Tell us first. You always have.
So I have a few insects that you might have really not seen. Don't worry, they're dead. I'm not killing them. I'm not a psychopath. So they have died of natural causes, but as I said, when you observe, you find such beauties in nature. So over here I have insects. Also I have a few poems that are written for local newspapers and also essays, and from also my school magazine. And I've been designing amateurly vehicles for over 4 years. So I like to design vehicles. I also submitted a design to Mahindra. Of course, you don't see that vehicle on the road. But it helped me to get into a competition in AWI a science level. So by your permission, I'll come back and show this to you.
So a young man who designs cars, you can go down. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Sorry.
Hey, you want to jump from there? Okay. So he's got insects with him which he's collected. He's not killed them but collected them after they died of natural causes. You know, I'm only imagining what his mother goes through. माँ देखो मैं तुम्हारे लिए क्या लाया. So ladies and gentlemen, according to the rules, the talent round is about displaying your talents. Some of us have talents which are not stage talents. And the all-rounder allows, accepts and encourages all forms of talent. And that's what Aman Kapil is doing. And how many of you want to see those insects? Put your hands. So I tell him after the competition is over, he's going to put a display outside. No? Why not? Yeah.
Medium range ballistic missile that I designed over here.
A medium range ballistic missile?
Yes.
Wow, here you will be very proud to have you around.
Because a good defense is actually perfect for a country. If you want development, a good defense is also required. It just can't go like that.
Absolutely. He's saying the right things in front of the general.
Oh yeah, why not? I'm already, I hope you are not bored by me because
Yes, so Aisha, I'm going to request you to come back up on stage for the question. I'll give you an opportunity later to present this as well. Yeah. Roshan bhai, those are dead, so you can keep it. Thank you. So Aman, I'm going to request Geeta this time to ask you a question, please. And we have one last finalist to go, and then we have the results, ladies and gentlemen. Are you having a good time? This is an opportunity for students like you in Bangalore to see the best talent from this country. I'm so glad that you guys have come. Aman, Geeta is asking you a question.
Hi, Aman. Hello. Tell us what you liked about your best friend the most. What are the qualities of your best friend that make that person you like?
The best friend is Jerome, and the thing is that like when I'm wrong in my morals, like when I'm not doing something right in my morals, there are just friends who might correct you, but my friend, the thing is that he corrects me in such a way that you not only understand it, but you also realize the importance of it. And my friend, the thing is that my friend is also quite himself understanding, and that we share a lot of commonalities also, like he's a football player, I'm also a football player. And the thing that, the best thing that I love about him is, is the fact that if you want to discuss something with him, there are many people who might get bored by you, but my friend does not get bored. So if there's some topic that even he might not like it much, but he'll still discuss it with me.
Wonderful. You know, the way you describe your friend looks like all mothers would want all their sons and daughters to have friends like you. Thank you so much, Aman. Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We've got one last finalist to go, and that would be, don't worry, we'll get send it to you backstage, don't worry. He's so possessive about his mistakes. Ramesh Muchapati from Pune is our final. Hi Ramesh.
Hi sir.
So you're going to be performing your talent. You've seen all kinds of dances and singers and shairis. What are you doing? You're the last finalist.
So my talent is poetry. Before reciting my poem, I would like to explain you the context. So actually I feel that youth is the biggest part of our country, and participation of youth in politics is very important. And also I am inspired by the poems of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, as I said in my introduction. He got a change in me, due to which I wrote this poem. So the poem goes like this. Son chiriya ka tum kundan. Wait a second. Youth, you have to be with me, okay? A loud cheer. ठीक है? सोन चिड़िया का तुम कुंदन सोन चिड़िया का तुम कुंदन, इस पावन धरा का हो तुम चंदन। तुम बिन यह धरती है अधूरी, भारत माता के तुम प्रहरी। क्षमता का तुम में अंबार, क्षमता का तुम में अंबार, नव चेतना का तुमसे संचार। लोकतंत्र के तुम रखवाले, आत्मनिर्भर भारत के हो तुम उजाले। राजनीति का दामन थामकर, बेगारी भ्रष्टाचार का नाश कर, सत्ता के लालच से बचकर लोकतंत्र का मान रख। साथ चलना है एक पथ पर, पहुंचेंगे हम प्रतिष्ठित पद पर। कर हर बाधाओं को पार, भारत चल पड़ा विश्वगुरु की राह। हमें एक बात याद रखनी चाहिए, सत्ता का खेल तो चलेगा, सरकारें आएंगी जाएंगे, पार्टियां बनेगी बिगड़ेगी, लेकिन यह देश रहना चाहिए, इस देश के लोकतंत्र को अमर रहना चाहिए। धन्यवाद।
And Ankit, the last question for the last finalist from you, please.
If in future you become the Prime Minister, आप क्या changes लाना चाहेंगे?
Sir, actually many changes I would like to bring. First is developing of human resource development I will do. Maintaining good relationship with our countries, our neighbors, and then also exposing our culture, our talents, our potential to the world. Then also, actually in my opinion, becoming the Prime Minister of India, I will not only think about India. This year G20's motto is one family, one earth. Okay. So this is our motto. So Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Not only India, but I would like to share our technology and other important infrastructure things with other countries so that even every person in the world gets help from it, their lives get improved, and also they live a beautiful, happy and satisfactory life.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I request you to move backstage.
Thank you, sir.
So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, a journey that started off in the month of November, traveling over 1,000 schools across 13 cities in India, almost comes to an end now. That was the last round, the last finals, the last question. In the next few minutes, we're going to be announcing the winners. But before that, it gives me great privilege to announce and welcome on stage the man who represents the team that has put this entire event together, Classmate. Ladies and gentlemen, an alumnus of the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, he went on to be the director of confectioneries with Adams, Warner and Lambert, Pfizer. He was the CEO and president of Lacoste. He then was the president of Kohler Company, the founder and operating partner of a consulting firm, and then he went on to be the CEO of Cello, the group of companies that's into writing instruments. Presently, he happens to be the CEO of the education and stationery business at ITC. With over 30 years of professional experience, he continues to enjoy leading organizations, especially in the space of education and children's development. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great privilege to welcome on stage Mr. Vikas Gupta, the CEO of the Education and Stationery Business, ITC, the parent company of Classmate. Sir, can I request you to kindly come on stage?
That was a very kind program. यार बच्चों सबसे पहले I must tell you that this is one of those events where you come to inspire but you go back home inspired. When I came in here, honestly I didn't expect to be inspired as much as I am, and the sheer amount of talent and the boldness with which you approach life today. We are a product of a different generation. And some of the boldest amongst us were people like Russian, who were at that time charting out a new course. We did an event together, Russian, you may not remember, that was in 1998. So it's really inspiring to see the kids today stretch out themselves. When you put yourself on a stage, amongst all these battles, you are ready for failure. That's what. You are willing to take risk, you are willing to try out new things, most importantly you are willing to fail. And as somebody said in one of the question and answer sessions, that I do not take failure as a setback at all. I think that was the most wonderful answer that the little girl gave there. And therefore it inspires hope in me. Now one of the things that happens today, this event was a multi-skill event. And there were things that we have been comfortable with. And there were things that you may not have been comfortable with, but you did not really have to make the choice trying to compete. But you put out your names and you competed, you won. But to us, all those 1,000 schools, all the 300,000 kids, they are wonderful teachers and really amazing parents are all winners. It's a small journey that we have begun. In fact, to be very honest with you, when we started Classmate All Rounder, and I give a bit of a background as we go around, even though my team has told me not to go beyond 10 minutes, so therefore I have to be mindful of that. But still I will still give you a bit of a story around why did we start it. And one of the things that came out is that if not us, then who will? And why will anybody do that? The fact of the matter is, we need to create a narrative and we need to create a future. And some of these things need to go beyond promotions. And ITC is an organization, as you would know, puts India first. And one of the things that comes really important to us is to actually strengthen our core. And we work with the kids. And this business of education and stationery business is the most delightful business that I have ever worked with, because it works with the kids. The previous one, which was said over here, there were 10,000 women employees. And I haven't worked for a company with that 10,000 female employees. And what were their drivers and how that became a competitive edge. So these are some of the areas which actually excite me quite a lot. In this particular case, it is about strengthening the core of our future. This core, which is, we just saw a glimpse today, I think this, if given a little bit of a chance, given a little bit of an opportunity, given a little bit of a support, can actually go about getting us the space that we want to be in the whole world. Therefore, I believe that we have a great future, and our future is pretty secure with kids like these. That brings to the question about what is the future and how is the future going to pan out. And our view there is that future is not going to be like what our past has been. Today there is a disruption every single day. There is nothing, no skill that you can have which you can bank upon. There is nothing called a core strength that can stay one going forward. I think the most important attitude here will be to actually learn to learn. Take risks. The biggest risk is not taking one. And that realization seems to be coming to the kids that we are seeing perform. To come here and perform like this is not funny. And I mean, the dances that we saw and the guitar performance that we saw, many of these things I think are platforms now in the country for talent, for dance. So some of those things don't surprise me because we see the kind of effort that goes around there. But to come across this holistic event which tested IQ, which tested creativity, and which had a large repertoire of things that one could do. And that's where we want to actually come out and say, look, it doesn't really matter what you do. So long as you are committed to doing it better than you did it yesterday. You don't even have to be better than everybody else. Somebody said there that, I'm not willing to fail. But if I fail, I'll just reconvene and move forward. So that is the future that we are looking at. And we as classmates are trying to actually see if we can put up the elements of this together, because at the end of the day, unless, everybody is not Pankaj Advani, everybody doesn't go around wearing like that, right? But if a kid is saying, I'm going out with a queue, I wonder what your mother would have said, Pankaj, in those days. But, or for that matter, when Ankit would have said, look, I'm going to sit with a computer, design some games, I wonder what would have happened. So I think many of those things are a little more accepted in a society and in a household. Those things were really not available. You could have a sport as a hobby. And somebody said here, my hobby is to have multiple hobbies. And the little girl there, she said that I was so amazed at that answer. It was spontaneous, and there was a question from the judges, and she said, look, my hobby is to have new hobbies. I mean, that really summarizes the essence of what we are trying to put together here. We are trying to create more and more opportunities, and these opportunities will hopefully be grabbed by people, because life is really about grabbing the opportunities that come your way, and also to learn from the ones that you left behind and pick up the new ones. So I think we are trying to create more and more opportunities. We are really encouraged by this entire thing. Our esteemed judges, I think they represent success. Geeta is the only one I have not yet talked about. But I think these four people actually just typify what an absolute achievement orientation means in areas where they may or may not have any previous experience. It's been an amazing effort. We were very lucky to find a partner like Rayon. I think this journey, we didn't know, as I keep saying, that we didn't know anything about what we intended to do when we said let's do something, right? And let's do something which actually strengthens the core and it moves forward in a decisive fashion. We may make a small beginning. When the team came to me, 1,000 schools are participating. I must admit publicly that I balked at it. I said, 1,000 schools? And what are we talking about? This is not at a scale, guys. We need to talk scale. And they had to convince me that, It's a first step. And that what resonates with me very well. And I said, okay, it's a first step, let's go forward with it. And 3 lakh kids participating, now many of them are not here, but to us, they competed. They competed in the school rounds and they actually stretched themselves out and ran the fear of failure. I think one of the biggest fears that sets us back is the fear of failure. I think if they actually went out, tried, failed, didn't go back there again and gave them new opportunities. General, we welcome you here. I mean, it's a privilege to have you here. And last but not least, still keeping within my time, I just thank my team, an absolutely amazing team. One can't fail with a team like that around them. Vishnu, Janani, Mahika, I think some of the people I can't name them all, but these 3 people, you have people like them, things will happen and things will move. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gupta. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where brands, have a lot of exciting communication that is done, but a lot of it is very superficial. There are very few brands that are willing to genuinely make that effort to make a difference. And I have been doing this for over 20 years, and I can assure you, sir, Mr. Gupta, that as brands, if there is a win-win situation where your customers, that's the students in this case, benefit from your advertising and marketing efforts, you will benefit multiple fold. So there is a genuine opportunity, and thank you so much for believing in the idea of all-rounder, and I'm glad you could make it here today to see your idea and our idea in action. Thank you so much. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to Mr. Gupta, to Mr. Vishnu, to Mahika and Janani. Thank you so much, and for the entire team from ITC that's here, because large events like these need the corporate sponsors and the corporates to believe in this idea. I'm so glad we did. And by the way, this is not just a marketing effort. We're making a genuine effort so that the National Education Policy 2020, which directs all schools, all teachers, all parents to focus on overall development. And that's the idea of the Classmate All Rounder. So we now have one last thing left, and that is to announce the results. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to invite back on stage 52 of the most wonderful participants from across the country. Can I request all the finalists to please come back on stage? All the participants representing Bangalore, Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Chennai, Madurai, Mumbai, Pune, Kolkata, Lucknow, Delhi, Chandigarh, Jaipur and Ahmedabad. It's time now for me to introduce you to our chief guest for the Classmate Grand Finale All-Rounder Event 2022. He serves with the Indian Army. He started his distinguished career in the year 1984. He's an alumnus of the National Defence Academy, the Defence Services Staff College, College of Defence Management, and National Defence College. The General Officer, he enjoys a distinguished profile and has served in all terrains in challenging assignments. In his formative years, he tenated several important assignments, including the peace restoration assignments in Maldives. If some of you recollect, there was the government that was toppled. He was one of the officers who went in to restore it back. The staff captain with the Indian military training team at Bhutan, the staff officer logistics with the United Nations mission at Lebanon, assistant military secretary at the army headquarters. Later, he commanded a logistics battalion during Operation Parakram in Jammu and Kashmir, led the cluster of West Asia and North Africa as a research fellow with the Institute of Defence Studies and Analysis. He directed students of the College of Defence Management and participated in multiple other activities in the United States. Still later, he spearheaded the creation of the fuel, oil and lubricants infrastructure You need to remember the army depends on, the backbone of their fuel all over East India, with significantly enhanced defense posture, for which he was awarded the Vishisht Seva Medal. As general, he held the vertical of fuel and transport at the apex level at the army headquarters. Subsequently, based in Kolkata, he directed logistic operations related to energy, subsistence, movement, and all forms of transportation, including maintenance by air for the eastern region. A keen sportsperson, ladies and gentlemen, a paratrooper. He is presently a commandant for the Army Services Corps Center and College in Bangalore. In recognition of his exemplary services, in January 2022, he was awarded the Presidential Award of the Ati Vishisht Seva Medal. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant General Basant Repswal. Sir, can I request you to kindly join all the students up on stage? Can we hear a big round of applause for him, ladies and gentlemen? General, I took the liberty. I thought you would like to share your thoughts between the students, so I invited them first on stage and then called you up. We'd love to hear your thoughts. You exemplify what an all-rounder means. And I've known him very personally for the past couple of years, and one of the finest human beings that we've come across. General?
Okay, it's fine. So thank you very much, Sultan, for giving this opportunity to stand here. And I think it's so beautiful to be here in the center stage with future of India on the other side, and the wonderful judges who judge them well. Great support of Mr. Classmate and his team. And I'm very happy to see so many bright faces and the glint in the eyes, each face full of hope and smile. So many young faces in one big auditorium. It's such a nice sight to see. So anyway, we are here for this all-rounder event, which I learned from Sultan that you organizing this. This is a fantastic, a wonderful idea. I never knew when we studied, in our schools whether we had events like this. But it's so nice. So I must tell the children and everybody who's an all-rounder that you have all-rounders make the world. All the CEOs of several companies, all successful people in most of the walks of life are generally all-rounders. They are not scared of, they have no stage fright, they are humble, they don't have to master one particular skill only, and they have no tunnel vision, they make friends easily, they play all games. I hope you should play all games, all of you. They can dance, they can sing, they can mix up in any crowd, and they make friends easily. And they study also well. Maybe some of them study for the last days of the exams, but generally that's what the all-rounders do. But and they're part of the skill, they're part of drama, they're part of everything, they're part of play, sport, and everything. So here, today, when I'm speaking to these all-rounders around me, and all these all-rounders sitting in front of me, the younger lot, I just want to tell you 2-3 things, which your mothers also very happy to hear. A is keep away from junk food. That's what future lies. B, get tons and lots of sun. Play outside. C, stay away from your mobile phones. I keep telling all children these things. And play hard. Okay? These are things we must do. And also please read and study and be happy. And remember, just 2 things I want to tell you. And I want all of you to join the army. 2 things I want to tell you. It may appear there's nothing behind, it's very easy to make an all-rounder. All I can tell you is, harder you will work, luckier you will get in life. Keep moving from failure to failure with enthusiasm. This is my one thing. Next thing I would like to tell you is value time. Because work expands to fill up the available time. And an all-rounder must be very conscious of time because there are so many things to do. people who got hobbies will have hobbies. So that's what. So wish you all the best. Young girls and boys, and to their parents, and Sultan, keep doing a great job. And thank you very much, judges, and thank you, Mr. Vikas. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you, sir. I'm requesting you to hold on stage. I'm going to request Mr. Gupta, can I request you please to join him up on stage. We're going to be announcing the results now. So ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the winners, we have the awards for the rounds that we held previously over the past 3 days. The award for the most intelligent IQ, GK and psychometric, the Mastermind Award at the All Rounder goes to Reva Kate for senior and Sanvi Gupta from the junior category. Can I request the two of you to step forward? Mr. Gupta and General, can I request you to hand over the awards, please? Yes. And can you pose for a photograph? Yes. Well done. The award for the physical fitness goes to someone who really performed very well over those 2 days. Anirudh Singh from the seniors and Naveen from the junior category. The Budding Star Award for the Best Talented Student goes to Rasleen Kaur in the seniors and Sanjana from the junior category. The Talking Titan of the Speaking Award goes to Ayush from the senior category and Parth in the junior category. The Team Player Award is someone that's conducted themselves immaculately over those 3-4 days. Goes to Imad from the senior category and Arisha in the junior category. I now have the results with me. General and Mr. Gupta, can I request you to step a little ahead? Yeah, actually, thank you. In no particular order, this is not the first or second place. We have 2 winners in the junior category and 2 in the senior category. In the junior category, I don't think any one of you in this audience should have a doubt that Sanjana Pramod Shetty from Mumbai is a winner. Can we hear a big round of applause for Sanjana? Congratulations, Sanjana. It's a heavy cup. And this. The other winner in the junior category is Anisha Chaudhary from Jaipur. Okay, girls, come in front, come here and stand. There are two more people who are going to join you. The two winners in the senior categories, judges, it's been quite unanimous when we looked at the scores. The winner, the rock star from Kolkata, Ayush Bhagat. Ladies and gentlemen, Classmate All Rounder 2022, our fourth winner is Rasleen Kaur from Chandigarh. And they all get a cash award of 1 lakh rupees each. Can you have some more lights here? Congratulations, the four of you. You completely deserved it. Congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last part of our event. But before we finish, I'd like to request all the four winners to kindly step back. I have something important to do before we close. How could we end this event without thanking our amazing, amazing panel of judges? So can I request our four judges to please join us on stage? And 1 second, we'll take a big group photograph, all of us. Mr. Pankaj Advani, the world champion, ladies and gentlemen. The media guru, Mr. Roshan Abbas. The e-sport champion, Ankit Pant. And an amazing entrepreneur, Geeta. Can I request all of you please come up on stage? So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to request my team to hand over a bouquet to our chief guest and to our four judges. That's Mr. Gupta, can I request you to hand over a memento to the chief guest? It's a memento. And to all our judges, Mr. Gupta. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, with this we come to the end of the first ever edition of Classmate All Rounder. We found 4 amazing all-rounders who have been declared winners, but we had the pleasure and the opportunity to interact with 52 gems from across the country, from 1,000 odd schools. Thank you all for being an amazing, amazing audience. I'm going to request Mr. Gupta. General, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. We don't have a very formal Thanksgiving, but thank you for your time. And Khalid, can I request you to escort our chief guest? And for the 4 judges, what a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ankit. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. This way. Yeah, Khalid, you can escort our judges, please. Congratulations, congratulations to all of you. I'm going to request, just one second, Mr. Gupta is doing the honors of leading everybody on stage. That's so wonderful. The last part, my team reminds me that I need to do lucky draw, so just stay back. I'd like to request the numbers that I call up, the students who are here. You're winning digital watches, so you can come and collect these awards. Mr. Gupta, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you here, and thank you for your encouragement. Oh, this is for the audience. Can Divya Shri from the BBMP Girls High School. Divya Shri, you just won yourself a digital watch. Come running. Afreen Banu from the BBMP Girls School. And we have one more award. Take up that. And this is Simran Khanam. Simran Khanam. This is the last part of the day. Where are you? Where is my Simran? Come, Simran. we come to the end, the Classmate All Rounder. You guys, 52 representing 13 cities, were an absolute delight. You happen to be an all-rounder ambassador. Congratulations to you, your parents, your teachers, for giving you such an amazing upbringing, such an amazing education. So I wish you all the very best on behalf of Classmate and Crayon. Thank you for participating. Thank you for making this memorable. The 4 judges, thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful event. Mr. Gupta, and definitely a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to our chief guest, General Basant Jaiswal. Thank you all. With this, we come to the end, ladies and gentlemen. I request you all to move backstage. Thank you so much. Thank you all, the audience, for being here with us. It was fabulous. This is your host, Sultan, signing off. Thank you so much. Bye.